Today is the last day of negotiations between the Teachers Union and Denver Public School District before the contract expires at midnight tonight. If they don't reach a deal, both sides, the Teachers Union could hold a strike vote, I should say, tomorrow. So here to talk more about that now is our legal analyst and 90s legal analyst and MSU professor Whitney Traylor. Yes. Thanks for being here.
Sure, good to be here.
So let's first start. What are the latest proposals that we're hearing right now, and how far apart are these parties?
Well, it's hard to say exactly what's in each proposal, but the big issue that the strike is coming down to is basically money. And so, you know, the starting salary, both the maximum base salary that you can get, and the way that the teacher salary moves up, whether it's more incentive based or more of a base salary. And so there's these kind of ideas going back and forth, whereas the teachers want a bigger base salary with maybe even smaller incentives so they have more predictability, whereas the district is saying, no, we want to go with pro-comp. It's called pro-comp, their pay for performance system, where it's incentive based. And so that's really where the sticking points, where we're at.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens on that. I understand one of the other ones is also the schedule of when they're going to get paid. Yeah. So when their raises are going to happen, and they're kind of far apart on that too. Yeah,
they're far apart on that too because, you know, and they're using these terms, lanes and steps. And so the teachers, I think, want less lanes, which, you know, so there's only a few ways you can get to more money, but they know what it is, how long you've been there, what your educational background, how many advanced degrees you have, those kind of things. Whereas the district is saying, well, no, let's put these various incentives on it, such as, you know, how many students of the school are in poverty, how the school is doing overall. So all of these variables, some of which are outside of the individual teacher's purview, anything they can do, exactly.
Right.
And PhDs too, that's one of them?
Right, so the PhD, so as I see if I'm looking at the last two proposals, right, the teachers want to get to a maximum base salary of 100 grand, and they're saying if you have been there 20 years with positive evaluations each year, you can get that. Now, the district right now is saying, yeah, we can get to a base salary of 100 grand after 30 years of positive evaluation. So there's at least a 10-year difference there in terms of what the maximum base salary might be.
And you have to have the PhD.
Right.
And the PhD,
right.
Of course. Yeah. And, you know, when you think about it, imagine if you know, come in and you're 10 years in, now you got to wait another 20 years, and 100 grand 20 years from now is going to be, you know, fairly
worth a lot less.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say the strike happens. What happens?
Right. Well, so the strike, so they notified the Department of Labor as of January 8th, so they have to give 20 days notice. So if they strike, they can strike as of January 28th. And that's the whole point of the strike, is to make it so uncomfortable that the district acquiesces to their wants. So now the issue, and as I understand it, the teachers are saying, if we go on strike, parents continue to send your children to school because now the school's going to have to figure out what to do with it. And the strikes, we've seen them across the country, are effective. I mean, I think the most recent one was the West Virginia strike, where there were 20,000 teachers on strike. It only lasted 5 days, and theirs was about money, and the district acquiesced, and they got what they had demanded.
Yep. Okay. We shall see. Yeah. Whitney Traylor.
Yes, thank you. We'll be back Monday, I think at 7:15 to see what happened over the weekend and discuss this again. So,
all right.
So we'll see you then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Whitney.